Thanks everybody for watching this latest Verizon retirement pop-up episode where we are answering the question, why Verizon? We want to tell the story of how it is we started working with a lot of Verizon employees and how it's grown into where we are today with the launch of the Retirement Red Zone. So the Retirement Red Zone is a website on the HNA website that is dedicated to all resources associated with your Verizon retirement benefits. If you have not checked it out, we hope you will. And we think that there will be a lot of great stuff on there that would be of interest to you. Our goal is to help make the Verizon retirement benefits as straightforward for you as possible and as easily navigated as possible. So with that, let's attempt to answer this question, why Verizon? And I have here with me today two individuals who started this whole thing. Bob Hapanowicz, who is my father and also founder and president of HNA, and Casey Gibb. Casey, how long have you been with HNA now?
Just over 24 years now, okay. Approaching 24.
Yeah.
Where does time go?
It's been great.
Yeah. So going off of that, how long has it been since you first started working with Verizon employees?
It was back in the late 1990s.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, and what?
Well, that was Ma Bell. That was Bella, Pennsylvania.
Bella, PA.
And
Bell Atlantic.
Yes, and Bell Atlantic. And then, of course, there was a merger with GTE. And now we have this thing called Verizon. So, yeah, who would have known? You know, it's, you know, the whole thing with Verizon, they went through a big hiring spurt, you know, 30 some years ago, 30, 40 years ago, as technology became more prevalent, right? They needed people to work in the central offices and come and install phone cables into homes and all those things. And we all know what happened. The computer generation happened, and now instead of going into a CO, central office, everybody knows what those are, and seeing, you know, 10 people working in a CO, now you see a row of computer banks. Yeah. And that's what's happening.
Yeah, it's like the Maytag repairman, just one or two individuals in one CO.
Yeah.
Pretty lonely.
So back in the late 90s, you know, what caused you guys to think or to realize that, hey, there is a large group of people here who probably could benefit from some financial planning and advisory services?
Yeah, you know, with the typical Verizon folks, the vast majority of their liquid net worth is in the Verizon retirement plans, right? The 401k and the option to take a lump sum out of the pension if they choose to do that. So, you know, we always go over the pros and cons. But for the vast majority of those folks, the largest significant part of their net worth is in those retirement plans.
It is.
And
at least for who we've worked with.
Yeah. Well, for virtually everybody. And the thing about it back then, it was a really poor communication from Bella, Pennsylvania and Verizon to people. We had to double check the pension calculations because they were notorious for doing them wrong. Remember that?
Oh yeah, we had the capability of calculating it. It was a better number.
It was a better number than what they were calculating. Yeah. So, I mean, that was a service we were providing until, you know, today they're accurate, right? But back then it was like the Wild West because you couldn't get an accurate pension calculation.
Yeah. It's really interesting. Also, you know, Bobby and I are now very much involved in working with a lot of Verizon employees, with Casey's help for the most part, and the other advisors as well. But how we're going about things today is so different compared to what the two of you were doing starting back in the 90s. So tell me a little more about that.
Well, we were putting on workshops back to back, maybe 2 or 3 a week. Yeah. Standing room only, you know, up to 50 employees in a room. Yeah. So it was very popular. We're well attended, and we gave out good information.
Right. Yeah.
And information that the union would tell us that was better than what the company was giving out. You know, so we sort of just became experts because so many people wanted to talk to us and wanted that information. They wanted good information. I mean, this is their life saving. What is more important? You got to be able to retire financially, and you want to be able to do it in a very secure way, right? You want to have some certainty in your financial future when you retire, a lot of certainty. And if you can't get information from the company you work for, holy Toledo, that's a problem.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, to your point, it's different today. I mean, that information, I think from Casey, our experience specifically, there's still a benefit to having a second set of eyes or a team, an advisory team advocate for you during the retirement process. But it's changed so much. I mean, that information is very much dependable these days.
It is, you have the Verizon webinar or the website. So more information, but still to have an advocate with you through that process.
It makes important. A difference for sure. And, I think because that information is so available today compared to how it was in the 90s, how we have offered our service when it comes to retiring from Verizon has also morphed to not just first and foremost be providing that information, but to provide people with the tools to make the right decisions based on that information. And so that's why we put together the Red Zone. That's why we are still hosting workshops. A lot of them are virtual these days for obvious reasons, but it's very much morphed into how can we take this information that's so readily available to us and to a lot of employees and help everyone make sense of it within their specific, retirement plan. So it's been it's been a great ride, and we are excited to, continue this. I think the Red Zone is just the start of a new chapter and something to continue to build from. And we hope you all enjoy it. And we hope that we'll get to meet you if we haven't met you yet. Please reach out to us and introduce yourself. The world of Verizon is a very small one. And so when we meet someone new, we tend to know 5 other people who all know each other through that person.
Yes.
Thank you everybody for watching. And again, check out the Red Zone, check out our YouTube channel, more Verizon specific content on there. Reach out to us if you have any questions or want to talk about your specific benefits and how they relate to your retirement income plan. And we'll see you next time. Thanks, everybody.